Welcome to the Front Runner Slimpro assembly guide for the Mercedes Sprinter. Your roof rack arrives in multiple packages. Please treat these carefully. Please familiarize yourself with the included components before you begin assembly. The Slimpro roof rack is designed to be as modular as possible. It is designed around side profiles on either side of the vehicle, which are then linked using slats. These are not fixed in their position but can be infinitely adjusted and added or removed depending on your individual roof configuration. To assemble, you need a 4mm Allen key, a 5mm Allen key, and an assortment of 13mm sockets or spanners. We begin the assembly with the side profiles. The side profiles are connected using a joiner piece that is then screwed with a cover plate and 4 M6 bolts. With the joiner loosely attached to one side, take the second half and slide it into place. Once fully seated, tighten the bolts to the specification in the manual. It is normal that the assembly of the side profiles using the joiner might require some force or a helping hand. The side profiles attach to the roof of your vehicle using specifically designed feet and spacers. If your vehicle is equipped with the original roof rails, you'll instead use these supplied T-nuts. Please make sure the inside of your roof is accessible before you begin assembly. The roof of your Sprinter comes pre-drilled, however you need to remove a set of covers as specified in the manual. Use a heat gun for that and be careful not to overheat the paint. Before positioning the spacer and the foot, make sure to use an appropriate sealant to make sure there is no water ingress into the vehicle. Make sure to use the correct bolt as specified in the manual, as well as the small washer, and orient the foot facing inward of the roof. On the inside of the vehicle, a large washer together with an M8 nylock nut is used. While a second person is holding the nut on the inside, you can tighten the foot on the roof. Please make sure to not over-tighten and repeat this step for all other feet. Prior to mounting the side profiles, push M8 nuts into roughly the right position from both sides into the channel. The side profile is then bolted into place. Don't immediately tighten the bolts. This will allow you to push the side profile back and forth until all the bolts are in place. Only then proceed to tighten the bolts fully. Before tightening both sides completely, make sure they are aligned side to side. In preparation for the slat assembly, it is advisable to measure the distance between the side profiles, which will make assembly easier. Begin the assembly of the slat by pushing 2 M8 bolts into the channel before gently tapping the cover into place. Make sure the orientation is so that the open slot faces away from the bolts you just inserted. At this point you have the choice of either a high or low mounted slat, depending on which way you face the bracket. The slats are attached to the channel using a combination of an M8 button head as well as a nylock nut on the bottom. Pre-assemble this at this stage. The first slat is special in that it receives the wind deflector prior to the brackets. Assemble it as shown. Once pre-assembled, the slats are simply slit into the top channel. If assembled correctly, these should slide freely back and forth in the side profiles. Here is an example of a high-mounted slat. Once you have positioned all the slats according to your specific requirements, make sure to tighten them evenly. The last step of the assembly is putting on all the M8 covers, as well as the front and rear end caps. Congratulations, you have completed the assembly of your new Slimpro roof rack for your Mercedes Sprinter. Enjoy the adventure.